Hello, welcome to Dungeon Dwellers Podcast. I'm your host, Justin. Now, I know I said my next Marvel Comics review was going to be Iron Man Fatal Frontier, which I'm about halfway through it and I really enjoy it. But because in my latest comic book haul video, somebody commented and we were talking back and forth, and we were talking about the New Mutants movie, and I was like, I promised I would review it on Friday, and I was going through my comic book collection, my single issue comic book collection, and I was looking for some of the rare comics I got, because like I'm thinking of doing a video where I show off some of my rare comics, which I don't have that many. I have like two. And then I found this, which was issue 1 of New Mutants that I bought back like a decade ago, where I also picked up the first Spider-Man issue that Todd McFarlane worked on, which cost me like I think it was like $125 or $175, can't remember. But I paid a crap load of money for that, and I also had picked up like a black cover variant cover of not Darkness issue 1 by Mark Silvestri and Garth Ennis. And I also had this issue 1 of the New Mutants, which on here says 60 cents back in the day, back in 1982, which is written by Chris Claremont and art by Bob McLeod? Let me double check. I'm being careful with this because I think this comic book can actually might be worth something now that the New Mutants movie has come out. Which I'm not gonna sell it, but you know, I wouldn't mind finding out how much it costs. Yeah, it was Bob McLeod, right? So basically, this comic book, it's about this group of young teenagers that Charles Xavier, the leader of the X-Men, is training, right? And the group is Sam Guthrie, who's Cannonball, who's this young guy from Kentucky whose lower half of his body he can like propel himself through the sky. He kind of has like the similar powers to the main character of Fire Force. You have Roberto, who called Sunspot, who can charge up his body with kinetic energy. It makes him look all black with a like little yellow outline. He's from Brazil. You also had Rain, who's like this girl from Scotland, who can change into a werewolf. Her codename is Wolfsbane. You got, what was the Asian girl's name again? Let me double check. Xian Koi Man, who is Psyche, who's Vietnamese but like speaks French. I don't know what the deal with that is. And you have Daniel Moonstar, aka Karma, or was the other girl Karma? No, yeah, Danielle Moonstar was Psyche. Xian Koman is Karma, which Karma's abilities are she can possess living things and control them, and Danielle Moonstar can I'm not exactly sure what her powers are, but she can project images of people's like memories and stuff. Yeah, so I guess something bad has happened to the X-Men. So like Charles Xavier, is just focusing on his new team, which he's just gonna train just to teach them how to use their powers. He doesn't plan on making them superheroes, right? Which something embarrassing happens when one of the teachers, who's what was her name, Stevie Hunter, was cutting the hair of the Vietnamese girl, Mon, when Danielle Moonstar, accidentally using her mutant powers, reveals like her darkest memories, and it gets pretty dark. I'm not gonna lie. Her parents die and and stuff happens. It's pretty bad, man. And there's a lot of in this old '80s comic book. There's a lot of ads in here, and some of them look like scams to me. One of them's like, when $1 million cash for free, and then there's like ads to get like how to get taller and muscular, stuff like that. Really scammy ads, right? So after that, the one girl, Danielle Moonstar, is checking out the what was it? The West Wing or or something of the mansion where the X-Men used to live, checking out the rooms and stuff. This pisses off Charles Xavier. This pisses off Charles Xavier. He gives them like a little little lecture on privacy, coming from the guy who can read people's minds. That's a little rich coming from him, right? And you also get like a scene from London where like Moira McTaggart, who's an expert on mutant genetics, who was in the X-Men First Class movie. She's in London with Colossus' sister, who they get invited to meet this Gabriel Haller, who's like, I guess is the Israeli ambassador to England. And she has an autistic son with psychic powers that she wants Moira's help to teach him how to use his powers. But Moira's like, why don't you get Charles Xavier? That's his job to train mutants. And she's like, I can't because he's his father. Right? So that was a subplot from the X-Men cartoon, if I remember correctly. So like, there's a scene where the next scene is basically our young mutants in the danger room, learning learning what the danger room's all about, and they each go in the danger room, get tested, but the Danielle Moonstar runs away because she's scared to go in there, even though it's set to the lowest difficulty, right? But after a chat with Rain, she decides to go back, but she goes in there by herself and gets knocked out, and somebody sets the danger room level to like a high level and disengages the safety locks, right? So our character's like about Danielle Moonstar is about to get eaten by like some kind of like dinosaur or whatever. So I don't know. I like this issue. The characters were okay. You had the Roberto as the horny Brazilian dude, which was flirting with the Rain, who's like a fundamentalist Christian or something from Scotland. So I don't know. There's some cool drama going there. My problem with the comic book is that the characters themselves don't seem very cool, and they have really simplistic costumes. So I don't know if I would honestly want to read more of this team. But I don't know. I thought the writing was okay. The fact Chris Claremont does a good job of doing accents and writing accents and like giving the characters personality. So like even like if you can't tell like whose thought balloons belong to who, you can word balloons belong to who, you can kind of tell by the way they're written, right? He's like Chris Claremont. People give him a lot of crap for being a liberal and stuff like that, but I don't know. I think he's a good writer and he's good at like dialogue. So I don't know. I enjoyed the comic book. I thought the art was cool. I'm giving it 6.5 out of 10. It was a very long comic book. Took me a while to read. That's the thing with 80s comic books, man. They were thick, dude. Right? Despite all the pages that were basically like ads, which would come in like 2 pages at a time. Like, oh my god, like did we need that? But other than that, yeah, I really enjoyed it. If you guys know how much this comic book is worth, let me know in the comments. It's in pretty good condition, I think so. So I don't know. I'm probably not gonna sell it because I do like the cover. I think it has a pretty cool cover. Though, like, I think this team is a little unbalanced because like half the team, like. You have like 2 psychics on the team. Like, why do you need 2 psychics? And you only have 1 flyer, 1 guy who kind of has like super strength, kinda, and the wolf girl, which, you know, how useful is she gonna be in the fight? More useful than the 2 psychics probably, but still. I don't know. This team is a little unbalanced in my opinion, and there was no really cool there's no cool characters between them. Like the Sunspot just looks like a generic version of Human Torch, and like you have the one dude who's very goofy looking. I don't know. That's my only problem. There's no real cool going here. Which at least the Young Avengers, or not Young Avengers, Avengers Academy guys, like the first team of Avengers Academy, you had some cool characters, though they were, you know, Christos ruined it like later on in the run. But like, yeah, that's my problem. There's no cool members on the team so far. But I don't know. Well, maybe like hopefully they get better. I looking online, they don't get better costumes, which is my second complaint. But other than that, I don't know. If I can see a trade of this for cheap, maybe I'll pick it up. Other than that, I'm done with this. So, check out my Marvel Comics playlist, my comic book review playlist, and you know, if you like my stuff, like, comment, and subscribe, and come back on the channel for on Friday, which is tomorrow, and check out my New Mutants movie review, which the movie apparently has like a horror movie feel to it, which sounds pretty cool. I can't, though I find it kind of dumb. You have these characters, because in the movie it looks like, I saw like a trailer that they're getting like chased around by this like CGI monster, and it's like you all have like superpowers. I don't know if I like. That's the thing. If I had superpowers, I wouldn't be afraid of a CGI monster. But you know how, I don't know, dude. I don't know. When I was a teenager, I was pretty fearless until I almost drowned the one time. Then I became kind of a wussy after that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll check out the movie. Yeah. All right, guys. Later, and we're still going to review Iron Man Fatal Frontier. I'm over halfway through. I'm sure I'll be done sometime, you know, before next week. All right, guys.